Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, August the 25th, 2015. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Caribbean residents who were breathing a sigh of relief when Tropical Storm Danny dissipated yesterday are now holding their breath again after Tropical Storm Erica formed overnight, prompting watches for St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, Antigua and Barbuda, Anguilla, Saba, St. Eustatius and St. Martin. Felicia Libert has the details in this report.
Tropical Storm Erica is fast approaching the Leeward Islands and is the fifth named storm for the Atlantic hurricane season, which began on June 1, 2015. Officer in charge at the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer, gave these details of the approaching tropical storm.
St. Kitts Nevis is under tropical storm watch as Tropical Storm Erica approaches the islands from the east. Expected to be near the islands tomorrow, Wednesday evening and early Thursday morning. Currently, the storm is packing winds of 45 miles per hour with increase in strength expected over the next 24 hours. And a tropical storm warning would go into effect sometime later today.
According to Dyer, a tropical storm watch means that conditions of high winds and rough seas could be expected within the watch area within a specified period of 36 hours, and a tropical storm warning means tropical storm conditions could be expected within the specified period of 24 hours. Dyer urges residents to be prepared for Tropical Storm Erica.
Once again, we are asking the general public to be in a state of readiness as Tropical Storm Erica approaches the islands. I know some of you were prepared for the approach of Danny. Some secured their properties, so that should remain in effect. We want you to be prepared, store your water and dry foods, secure your important documents, as Erica is much larger than Danny and its approach is a lot quicker than Danny was. So again, we appeal into the general public to be in a state of readiness to act as needs be.
Dyer is also appealing to mariners to secure their vessels as rough seas from the north will be impacting the island today and tomorrow. The 11 a.m. advisory issued by the U.S. National Hurricane Center (NHC) indicated that Erica had not really gotten any stronger, with maximum sustained winds still near 45 miles per hour, but some slow strengthening is expected over the next 48 hours, and a tropical storm watch has now been issued for Guadeloupe, St. Martin, and Bartholomew. The watch remains in effect for St. Kitts and Nevis, along with other countries including Montserrat, Antigua and Barbuda, Anguilla, Saba, St. Eustatius, and St. Martin. I am Felicia Libert reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Thanks, Felicia. Meantime, the Health Promotion Unit has also published a list of health tips to adhere to in the event of an approaching storm. The tips include having all emergency contact numbers available, including those of the fire and rescue services, the police, and the hospital, having all necessary prescriptions filled, and having first aid kits available and fully stocked. It also advises persons who have babies to stock up on necessities, including formula and diapers, and advises households to store clean water for cooking, drinking, and personal hygiene. Two-time Olympian Marilyn King today paid a courtesy call on Premier and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Emery. King was accompanied by Principal Education Officer Palsy Wilkin, Education Planner Dr. Neva Pemberton, and Physical Education and Sports Coordinator Michelle Sutton.
She offered us training via Skype on a program which she has developed, Olympian Thinking. We offered that training to some of our teachers, our principals, sports officers, and during that training we recognized that this training was in keeping with our child-friendly school initiative framework, which we have been working on for the past 3 years. We have been working on the child-friendly school framework, which is holistic, child-centered education for all. We recognize that we have not really had the buy-in that we have been looking for from our teachers, all of our stakeholders. And we recognized that this type of training with Marilyn offered was really what we were looking for in terms of our child-friendly school initiative. Hence, we invited her to come to us to help us to get that buy-in that we're looking for.
King's program, according to Wilkin, also involves the setting of standards for teachers.
She talked about standards for our teachers, gold standards, and we were not satisfied that we are really operating at the standard, the level of standards that our teachers should really be operating. And hence, we thought that getting Marilyn King to work with us could really enhance what we are doing and take us to where we really need to go.
King also gave some more information on her program on which the Department of Education is embarking.
The way that elite athletes think and the way all successful people think is something that we can actually identify and teach. So Olympian thinking is a way to demystify exceptional human performance, to take the mystery out of what it is that allows ordinary people to do extraordinary things and to achieve at the highest level.
Premier Amy thanked King for sharing her expertise with the island's educators.
I think the education officers would recognize that since we assumed government in 2013, we have sought to inculcate certain strategies and certain attitudes in our teachers and children. Because I don't think any of us, and you've heard from the PEO, can be satisfied that we are achieving the maximum or the best level, the highest level of which we are capable. And therefore, any bits of advice, any bits of strategies which could enable us to get our teachers to respond and to crack that barrier of how we as educators, Minister of Education and education staff, could get to our children, get to our teachers to accomplish that level of training, that level of interest, would make a big difference to not only to the teachers, the students, but also to the community, which I think is a critical part of what we do. We're looking to make better communities through better people. And I think the place to begin is where our children are most receptive, most malleable, and that is in the schools.
Marilyn King will be the featured speaker at the Department of Education's 2015 Back to School exercise for teachers on Monday, August 31st. Still to come, Premier's Ministry invites vendors to participate in local food explosion. The details after this break.
Hurricane come. This is hurricane warning. Mine, I hope I got come set up now. I could lose your house and I could lose your life. Me not forget yoga and me not forget yoga either. People, tap, sit down, get up. We need to find out about disaster and the disaster office. The disaster office is located at Long Point and the number there is 869-469-1423.
Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
I always think of her, but then I always think of him too. He should have never forced himself on her. Help us stop the madness. If you know it, tell it. Tell 1-800-8477-TIPS.
Safe sex is the best sex.
No glove, no love.
Protect your pleasure.
Real men wear condoms.
It's your favorite DJ Kevy Kev saying, don't be silly, cover your willy. Oh.
This message was brought to you by the Nevis HIV/AIDS Coordinating Unit in collaboration with NTB/AIDS.
Welcome back. The following is a notice from the Premier's Ministry. As part of the week of activities to commemorate St. Kitts and Nevis's 32nd anniversary of independence, a cordial invitation is extended to all food vendors to participate in what is being dubbed the Local Food Explosion. This event is slated for Friday, September 18th, 2015. All interested persons are asked to contact the Premier's Ministry at 469-5521, extensions 2265 or 2014 for more information. A representative will be happy to assist you. The deadline for name or business submission is Monday, August 31st, 2015. When people think of Nevis, they often associate it with unparalleled hospitality, natural beauty, and one of the most romantic and secluded getaway locations in the world. But this October, from the 19th to the 23rd, Nevis will be anything but secluded, as the Nevis Tourism Authority, NTA, hosts the Nevis Travel Symposium, with this year's focus on romance in Nevis in conjunction with dreamy weddings and tours. As a jewel of the Caribbean, it is only fitting that headliners such as Nancy Barkley, Natalie John, Keith Powell, and Paula McCrory will be presenting during the symposium. The NTA has done a fabulous job gathering some of the industry's finest to present on subjects from wedding planning, honeymoons and getaways, social media marketing, and taste influencing. Each speaker possesses years of professional experience, numerous accolades, and real-world insights that they are ready and willing to share. During the symposium, the speakers will also address how and why Nevis is the perfect place for anyone considering a romantic escape. Topics to be discussed include the ease of hosting destination weddings on Nevis, the hottest destinations for couples seeking elegance and romance, and pinpointing the most picturesque locations. In addition, attendees will gain invaluable insight and engage in stimulating conversations with some of the industry's top gurus. They will have day-long opportunities to network with vendors and build relationships with the island's tourism representatives. Finally, attendees will gain hands-on knowledge and expertise in the Nevis brand necessary to prepare them as certified Nevis romance specialists. If there is one event that should be on your calendar for October, it is the Nevis Travel Symposium. To register for this unforgettable event, click on Nevis Travel Symposium at www.nevisisland.com/nevis-travel-symposium. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.